Good morning. This is your long-lost Meadowhare for the day, and we are going to draw and talk, just like old times. Now, I'm sure you're wondering where I've been, what I've been doing, what's been going on. And, well, some things have been going on. It's, probably not as much as would be needed to warrant 2 years hiatus, but there have been things going on. So let's talk, I guess. So how are you guys doing? You need to let me know in the comments how you're doing. And the first thing I want to say is a big thank you to everyone who is even watching this, because after 2 years, some people actually, like, from some of the comments, I guess people thought I legitimately, like, was not okay, which is kind of, flattering in a way. I mean, somebody even thought I was dead, or they made the comment. I don't know if they were serious or not, but I was like, oh my goodness. Somebody thinks I died just because I'm not posting videos. So let's go over what actually happened. I didn't die, obviously, because I'm here, a drawing an eye. But what did happen is I got a job. And now, any one of you, I'm 2 years have passed, so all my viewers who are like 16 are now 18 and might have jobs themselves, which is crazy to think, because this Meadowhare is 26 now. Getting old, man. Anyway, yeah, I got a job, and jobs kind of have a way of eating up your entire life and destroying all your hobbies and pastimes. So that's basically what happened. I mean, didn't destroy it, but you take so much of your time every day, and I had a 9 to 5 full time, go in at 9 usually or before, and work until 5 or later. And then I got home, and who's gonna feel like recording a video after spending that much time doing whatever? I mean, I had a job at a print shop, just to let you know. I guess it doesn't really matter in the context, but that's what I was doing. I was designing for a print shop. It's pretty nice, decent job. But, it just takes a lot of time, and so that's basically all that happened. I just didn't have the time or the motivation to post videos, which sounds terrible. I mean, really, it only doesn't take that much effort to do. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't take that much effort to record a video. All I have to do is plug in a mic, hit record, talk for maybe 20 minutes or so, and there you go. But I don't know, it's like I just didn't have the motivation to do it. So, and I kind of feel bad because everybody's been waiting for tutorials for forever. And now the program's even changed so they have physics built in, and it's like, I don't even know half the stuff now, so I'd have to go back and relearn it. And just, alright, that's not looking quite right there. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, it just took away my life for the last 2 years. I am no longer at that job, though, which is partially why I am posting this, because I have time. I would normally be at work right now if I were still working there. Let's see, what else? So, yeah, I was at that job for 2 years. Learned a lot of stuff about people, about life, just how things work, how people are. It was an interesting experience. Let's see, what else? So some awesome things have happened to a family that I've gotten particularly close to. Invited me to go on a vacation with them, like just a week before, 2 weeks before they went. Dad was like, oh, hey, by the way, my family's going to South Carolina. And he said, if you want to come, that's great. The problem was I was working, and my boss didn't want to let me go. And, I really didn't... how do I say this without sounding too negative? The daily grind was just grinding me to dust, and I just wasn't enjoying it as much anymore. I didn't feel like myself. the pay wasn't worth it, and so the vacation was basically like the last straw. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna miss a vacation with a family that I love just for a job. And I would have quit anyway, even if I wasn't happy just to go with them. It's as crazy as that sounds, but I guess that's how much I care about them. So we went. I quit the job, and we went, and it was probably one of the best times I've ever had. And now that I say that, one of them might actually be watching this. Probably not, but anything's possible because she did subscribe to me. Hi, Haley. If you're watching this, if not, then whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we had ourselves a wonderful time. They had a hot tub. We stayed in condos. I stayed with the son, who's like one of my best friends, and we played video games. We played Kingdom Hearts. We watched Interstellar, the movie. It's probably one of the highlights of my whole life. It was very, very enjoyable, very relaxing. So upon coming back from that awesome vacation, I was met with another kind of trial, which makes me think that I would have had to quit the job anyway, so it's kind of funny that it happened this way. My grandpa, who was now living at our house, me and my folks, he's having trouble. He's 96 now and had some falls, and he's actually really healthy, but he isn't healthy enough to live on his own, or it would be very difficult for him to. My dad was pretty much going to his place. He lives 25 miles away. My dad was going, or he lived 25 miles away, and my dad was going like every weekend to help him out. And he had one particular fall that kind of scared him, I think, and so we ended up going to the hospital and then to rehab, and he's just trying to build the strength to walk and stuff. But yeah, he's living here, and somebody pretty much has to be here the entire time. It's a big adjustment because we usually, in our family, and I'm 26, so we pretty much just went our separate ways. Hey, I'm gonna go out and do this, okay, and I'll be back in the evening, whatever. But now, in the afternoon, both my parents work, and so if I leave, there's nobody here, and if he falls, it could be a bad situation, so somebody has to always be here. So he's taking a nap right now, which is why I'm recording this right now. Yeah. So those are kind of the major changes that have happened. There have been some little things here and there, I guess, but I don't really know that they're worth noting. You're probably thinking, alright, come on, that guy over there, get to the video game. How's the game coming? Have you worked on it at all? Are you going to do more tutorials? Well, I don't know. Now that I have more time, I guess I really should. I'm hesitant to make any promises because we all know how those promises turned out in the past. But, hopefully, I really should show you guys. I actually got some voices recorded for the game. So that's kind of cool. I got some friends to do some voice acting, and it changes the whole feel of the thing. As for tutorials, what do you guys even want anymore? It's been so long, I don't even know that the series would even make sense anymore. So yeah, let me know if you're still watching up to this point. And who knows, people's attention spans are so short nowadays, including my own. And, what else to talk about? So what's changed in 2 years? Everybody's got a smartphone now. It's kind of crazy. YouTube has turned into this crazy phenomenon. Now there's a bunch of drama and stuff that goes on. I'm like, oh, great. They make you watch ads. I'm just like, really? Let's see, what else? So that guy over there, do you have a girlfriend yet? No. So that guy over there, what are you doing these days? Well, I am gardening, I am Oh yeah, that's a thing I guess I could talk about. I've been gardening, and I've always grown tomato plants. Just that neck looks really weird, but you know what? I'm going with it. I've always grown tomato plants every year. Some years are better than others, but this year I really kind of got into it. Which, speaking of that, I might have actually killed some of my plants from leaving them out in the cold. Leaving them out in the cold last night. They're looking a little droopy. Some little excuse me. If you can't tell, those are burps. They're like the worst burps ever. Yeah, like silent burps. What in the world, man? Yeah, tomato plants. Getting off task here. Oh, yeah, I might have burned some of them. There's always at least one setback every year, but other than that, I'm just kind of like freelancing stuff right now. I'd love to like find some way to make money that I actually really, really enjoy. Maybe I could get you guys to pay me to make video. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I've always thought it was kind of silly to even have ads on YouTube. Like, I really just feel it's dumb. Why do we always have to be advertised to? Can't we just watch the video? And really, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's not that important, but it's just the principle. It's like, and then there's this dumb thing that happens sometimes where it's like you load a video, especially on mobile. Actually, it always happens on my smartphone. Like, I go to watch a video that's long, and so of course they have a full 30-second ad before, which is really annoying. And it gets through playing the entire 30-second ad, and then it says, error, cannot play the video. Touch to retry, and it like never plays it until you start the app all over again. Luckily, it never plays the full 30-second ad all over again, because that would just be too much, I think. But it's just annoying because you have to restart the whole app. And as you are probably well aware, YouTube is one of the heaviest apps to load. And, yeah, it's just kind of annoying. Anyway, so here we have a dragon. I guess. I don't know, man. Looks kind of weird, but that's what we got. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to talk about other than that. I just wanted to post something quick while my grandpa's asleep. To show that I'm still alive. Yeah, guys, I'm still here. Got a new mic, so you might be able to hear a difference. I'm not really sure.
It's the morning, so my voice is extra deep today, right now.
Not sure if you can hear that, but,
Good tidings, friends. Today is a momentous day. I am pleased to announce that...
Alright, enough of that. Should I shade this thing? Oh, I really don't feel like it, but I guess I might as well, So yeah, I will try to post things more regularly now, especially since I have the time. I'm not going to promise anything, but just so you guys know that I still am here. Still alive, still can post videos, not dead. Oh, and something else I wanted to mention that was really quite moving, actually, is some people have left comments. Now, I can't remember any of their usernames, but somebody left a comment saying basically a big thank you for the tutorials and how it helped him so much, and that just made me pleased as punch to know that all I'm doing is making videos, like, of video games, no less. Like, if anything could be less important, like making videos about video games. I guess it's kind of important in some ways, but, it's not life-changing. At least I didn't think so. But apparently some people have really been affected positively by my videos. Enough to come back and, after a year of me not doing anything, tell me, hey, I really appreciated these videos. They really helped me a lot. Like, that just means the world to me. So, whoever you are who said that, you know who you are, and thank you for saying that, because that made a positive difference in my day. And if there's anything I want to do, it's make a positive difference in somebody's life. And that's kind of my ultimate goal, I guess. Meadowhare is a big softy. I've always been that way, though. I mean, my whole life, just been kind of stupidly. I don't know, like I'll give you the shirt off my back if you need it. Literally, like if you needed a shirt, I'd probably just walk home shirtless, looking totally ridiculous. But, you know, we're all here to help each other. What's the point of living if you're not going to help anybody? Some people act like they're the only person in the world that exists. I'm like, oh my goodness, how can you live like that? I mean, come on. Help somebody. It gives you so much happiness to help people. Like, I gave this guy $1 the other day. This is kind of going way back to college days, but he was in line ahead of me trying to get food, like lunch. And he didn't have enough money to pay. I guess his card didn't work. He was going to pay with a card, and he wasn't carrying much cash, so he was like 90-something cents short. Or maybe not even that much. Either way, he was short and couldn't afford it. So I was behind him. I just said, yo, you know, here's $1. He was like, he was so amazed. Like, his look in his eyes, he was in total disbelief that I was giving him $1. He shook my hand. He gave me his name. I gave him mine, although I can't remember his name, which really burns me up. But he was just amazed. It made such a difference in his day that I gave him $1. Which, you know, $1's like nothing. And come on, it's a candy bar worth of money. You can make $1 just from, like, I don't know, sweeping somebody's porch. They'll give you $1. But that dollar meant so much to that guy just because I gave it to him. And I mean, I would have spent that dollar on what? A candy bar. A candy bar's worth, you know, you eat it within a minute and it's gone. That's the end of that $1. But I gave it to that guy, and still, even for me, the memory is still vivid. That $1 was worth so much more than $1. So, yeah, if you give stuff away, it can be worth a lot more than what it's actually worth. And that doesn't really make much sense, but you get what I mean. The worth of something can be increased tenfold just by giving it to somebody at a time when they need it. So remember to give stuff to people. You might think, oh, well, if I give somebody that, maybe they'll keep on asking me for stuff. And you know, that might happen. I've had that happen. Where people get entitled to your money, which is really irritating. So one time I asked like a group of kids, you know, I'd been hanging out with them for a while, and said, you know, I'm going to the student center at my college campus. And they're like, or I asked them, do you want anything? And usually, you know, the typical response is, oh, you don't have to do that, but thank you. And maybe somebody will say, you know, could you pick me up some fries and I'll pay for it. This one girl was like, oh yeah, I'll get a... It was like she was putting in an order at a drive-thru. I was like, seriously? You know, nobody spends money on anybody else. I mean, well, they do, but not usually just general, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go this place. You want me to pick up anything? And it was like a group of 10 kids, so I could have easily gotten myself into trouble buying them all a bunch of stuff. But anyway, yeah, you'll have those entitled people, and that's okay. You know, let them be entitled. You don't have to get something for them ever again. And if they act like you're supposed to, then just, I don't know, tell them off somehow, or you could just buy it for them. That's what I ended up doing. I still got her this stuff. And she still and I still contact her every now and then. She's a nice person. Had some tough times, so whenever somebody does something that I don't like, or acts a way that I don't like, or makes a poor decision that makes me just like, how could you do that? I just think, you know, we've all made poor decisions before. We've all had... I'm speaking into the side of the microphone, so I'm sorry if that's skewing the sound. We've all made bad decisions. It's, you know, it's nothing new. Like when people make a poor decision driving, and some people are like, oh, what an idiot. I'm like, we're not an idiot. We've all made dumb driving decisions. Are you kidding me? So, you know, just understand people. Try to have understanding, because we all need to be understood. It's one of the problems with people nowadays. Sorry for blowing into the mic. People don't understand each other. Like... Well, and there's some things that I struggle with understanding, specifically anything that's popular, because I'm such a nonconformist. Like, who's this Miranda Sings person? Apparently she's like popular or something. Like, I've never, it's one of those things. It's like the Kardashians, as much as I even hate mentioning their name on my video. It's like they don't do anything. Why are people, I mean, yeah, she's good looking, okay. She's got, you know, a body that people tend to find attractive. Yeah, sure, okay. That's it. Like, she doesn't do anything. She's never like done a dance routine, or she doesn't sing, she doesn't draw. She's just there. She just stands there with her fake body and she's famous for it, and she makes a bunch of money for like doing nothing. I'm like, wow. So I have a hard time understanding those types of things, and people like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I really have a hard time even fathoming why you'd spend time on people who don't care about you at all. But to each their own, I suppose. And that's my current project, is working on trying to understand that. So yeah, Miranda Sings like another one of those where I have no clue why she's popular or why anybody likes her. 'Cause it's like, I don't see any redeeming qualities here, guys. Given I've never really watched any of her videos all the way through. In fact, I've never watched any of them, period. Seen like her Instagram account, and it's like, oh, okay, she's really weird. She almost looks like a guy with makeup on because the lipstick's so smeared. And all the 12 and 13-year-olds love her, apparently. It's like, oh god. Alrighty. Well, you know, understanding. Going back to what we were talking about, understanding. Try to understand people. Those weird kids at your school who are so uncool and nerdy, try to understand them. If people are mean to them, all the more reason to try to understand them. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it doesn't have worth, which is why I'm trying to not hate Kardashians and Miranda Sings and all that. It has worth to somebody. And I mean, think about it. I'm 26 now, and I'm turning into a grumpy, you know, adult who's stuck in his ways, I guess. But when I was little, I was watching all kinds of stupid stuff too, so there's no reason to really hate that stuff without too much, there's no reason to hate it that much, is what I'm trying to say. It's a wonder, like, looking back at some of the stuff we watched as kids, my generation, I'm sure some of you are among that generation. I mean, it's amazing any of us turned out to be functional adults. Looking back at some of the kid shows, I mean, the kid shows now are even more just, like, stupid and abhorrent, but I'm sorry. The kid shows now, I don't find to be that, entertaining, especially because it's all live action. I'm like, really? Come on, let's animate something. Be creative, shall we? Yeah, I shouldn't call them abhorrent. That's a very strong word to use. Anyway, yeah, looking back at the stuff we watched, it's like, oh my goodness, we should have turned out to be criminals and terrible people, which I guess some of us have, which is terrible, but, you know. Oh well, life goes on. So yeah, I guess my main message of this video is just be kind to people. My Instagram account says, receiving a hug is like being kissed by somebody's heart. So give somebody you love a heart kiss today. Which I know sounds totally just ridiculously sappy and whatever, but that's who I really am. That's pretty much a reflection of my personality. I'm so socially inept, though, that I have a really hard time actually showing affection. Like, I always feel awkward doing it, and I show it in weird ways that people don't find to be that acceptable, especially in the area that I live in which I live, rather. Well, you know, I just keep trying. Just keep trying, keep trucking, as they say. Looks like he has a goatee. He also doesn't have any bottom gums, which looks very weird. Yeah, just be kind to people. There is no point in being mean to people. That's what I always think. It's like, what do you stand to gain by putting somebody down or making them feel bad about themselves? And some people think it's funny, and I guess it could be if somebody weren't being damaged by it, but yeah, the whole putting somebody else down to make yourself look good or to just make them feel bad about themselves. If you do that, unsubscribe right now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you do that, please stop. Because that's really terrible. And I've seen kids just like totally turn out differently because of that. Like, I wonder how they would have been if they weren't picked on in school. That's what I tend to think about. So, don't make a negative difference in somebody's life. Make a positive difference. Build them up. Make them feel good. Tell them that you like them. If it's appropriate, tell them that you even love them. Like your parents. Sure, most of my viewers are living at home. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But either way, tell people in your life you love them. Because none of us lays in our deathbed regretting that we told somebody that we love them. Like, really? Even if it's awkward, just do it. Goodness. It's just 3 words, for goodness sake. I love you. Alright, this video is quickly turning into just like a total sappiness fest, so I guess I'll end it soon. Oh, we kind of got in a nice tangent there, didn't we? Sure hope this video turns out. Oh, how long has it been anyway? I don't even know. I can't even tell. My goodness. Oh, 1600 seconds. Well, almost 30 minutes. Alright, guys. Well, there's a dragon for you. I don't want to drag on this video, so I'll just leave it at that. Wow, that's pretty high resolution, isn't it? Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for bearing with me. And, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Sorry it's been 2 years since I posted a video. But, you know, life happens, unfortunately. Life is a crazy game, isn't it? Oh boy, but we're all playing. You only got 1 life and no continues, so we gotta make that life count. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Much love. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys later. If I can stop the recording, there we go. Bye.